So you have three different classes here in Destiny. You have the Titan, you have the Hunter, and you have the Warlock. Now they all have different supers, different abilities. We'll get into that in a later video. But first we're going to customize our appearance. So you want to choose your gender, which could be male or female, or one of the three races in Destiny. So there's human, there's Awoken, and then there's Exo, which is basically a robot. The Awoken are basically humans that have been transformed by radiation, but and that's what I'm going to choose here, but we don't want to get into the lore right now because we're not going to start talking about lore just yet. We're just going to teach you how to get started. So what you want to do is you want to customize your appearance. I'm going to go with some long hair here, and the shaved sides. We're going to go with a thrown back Skrillex cut here. And blue hair. Let's go blue. Yeah, let's go blue. And then we're going to choose our markings on our face, which you can have on basically any race if you wanted to. I think I'm going to go with those claw marks. Or what look to be claw marks on the face. So we're going to make those blue like my hair. Okay, so just want to make the lip color different. And you could customize however you want it. You don't have to follow my customization at all unless you want to create the character that looks exactly like mine. So here's your first cutscene in the game. And this is kind of sets up the game. We're going to skip that because I've watched that probably about 1,000,000 times. So that happy horn in the corner is a horn for your Sparrow, which is a little space bike you have. That is not going to be relevant for a little bit, but we're just going to take you through the first mission right here and kind of get your boots on the ground and see how you feel after that. So this is another cutscene. This is where you get woken up by your ghost. We're going to skip that too. Cutscenes aren't really super integral to this, to at least the original story. So we're going to skip this cutscene too as well. Let's hammer that button, hammer that skip button there. Okay, so this is Destiny. So it's a first-person shooter, so you're going to start as a first-person character. So basically you just want to use your sticks to move, your left stick and your right stick. Your right stick looks and your left stick moves you forward. And basically you just want to run in this wall right here. And that's going to be the first little bit of your journey. You're going to traverse through this wall, and then you're going to find a ship that allows you to take off and get to the last city. So we're just going to cut this a little bit. We're going to speed this up. And when we get to this point, you get your first gun. So this point, you get your first gun. It is a very famous gun in Destiny. It's the Khvostov 7G02. It's just a straight up regulation auto rifle, old school auto rifle. So to shoot, you're going to use your left and right triggers, or L1, R1, as it is on either your console of choice, so Xbox or PlayStation, or sorry, L2 or R2 on PlayStation. And then to melee, you're going to use R1 on PlayStation, or your right bumper. Now you could change the controls. I have different controls set up for mine, so that's also an option. You can scroll through and do that in the menu. I have Call of Duty controls. It's called, I believe, it's the cold shoulder setting. So if you're familiar with Call of Duty controls, you can always switch to that, and that might lessen your learning curve for Destiny. Although most of the learning that comes from Destiny is kind of more your knowledge of what to use and when, versus what actually, like, the shooting mechanics are. There's some Twitch shooting mechanics, but there aren't a ton. So as you see, I'm going to shoot these out. I'm going to shoot these grenades out, and we're going to shoot some more enemies, get all that good stuff going. And then we're going to fast forward past all this shooting, because this is all the first mission. And I don't want to inundate you with stuff. So here's the first thing I want to show you guys. So this is the first thing. As you can see here, after I very, like, weakly kill these enemies, I walk past this threshold in the first mission, and it automatically takes you to level 2. So you hit level 2. And this is the leveling system in Destiny. So your leveling system goes all the way to 40 at this current point in time. So at the launch of Rise of Iron, your level will go to 40. And in that amount of time, you will level up your subclasses, and you will do a whole bunch of awesome stuff. But what I want to look first is at the abilities, and I believe if I click in now, I should have a grenade available to activate on my Sunsinger node. So yep, so my solar grenade is up. So as you can see down here in the right next to your ammo bar, you're gonna have a grenade, and when that's fully recharged, you'll see that picture basically filled up, and you'll be able to throw your grenade with your grenade button of choice, whether that be L or R1 or L1 or whatever you use as your grenade button. Like I said, you can change the controls, and my controls have always been different. They've always been Call of Duty controls, just because that's the control scheme I prefer. You're gonna kill this guy. You're gonna do a lot of shooting. So basically, those are the beginning steps in Destiny. Like, we'll let you watch this cutscene. I don't want to inundate you with too much yet in terms of the difficult stuff in Destiny, like the raid and more difficult enemies and how to react to different enemies. This is gonna be a whole video series about what makes Destiny so different from other first-person shooters, what it makes it very similar, and how you can transition from one into the other. PvP is a completely different beast, so I'm going to do some PvP videos as well, even though I'm not a great PvP player. But I hope you'll join me on this journey in teaching you how to set foot into the world of Destiny. Thanks, guys. Have a fantastic day.
Okay, it's not going to break orbit, but it just might get us to the city. Now, above that transmitter. Bringing you in. We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.